actin as the protocell with store shape, outline, and transaction. Number 2. Alternate pitting and tertiary elements pit and diagonal rows. Anatomy, the study of the internal structure. Number 4. Annular cell wall, thickening in tertiary elements of a xylem secondary wall deposited in the form of rings. Number 5. A spirated pit in the gymnosperm wood bordered pit in which the pit membrane is laterally displaced and the torus blocks the aperture. Number 6. Astroscleroid, a branch of ramified type of scleroid. Number 7. Atactostyle, a stele with avascular bundles as tufts scattered within the ground tissue. Number 8. Axial, parenchyma cells in the axial system of secondary vascular tissue as contrasted with ray parenchyma cells. Axial chantrate, a chantrate of the axial system of secondary xylem as contrasted with ray tetrade. Biseratry, a ray and secondary vascular tissue, those cells in with blind pit, a pit without a complementary pit and adjustment wall which a face lumen of the cell or an intercellular space. Bordered pit, a pit with which secondary wall overarches the pit membrane. Bordered pit pair, an intercellular pairing of bordered pits. Number 14. Barchier scleroid, a short, roughly ensidimetric scleroid resembling a parenchyma cell in shape, a stone cell. Number 15. Cell membrane, a translation of German Zell membrane, which refers to the cell wall in that language. Central mother cells, rather large vacuolated cells in a suffering position in apical meristrum of shot of gymnosperm. Verse 17. Circular bordered pit, a bordered pit with circular aperture. Where 18. Crystal sand, a mass of very fine free crystal. Where 19. Coatinization, the process of integration with coating. Number 20. Dross of globular compound calcium oxalate crystal with numerous crystals projecting from its surface. Number 21. A stele in which the primary vascular tissue is arranged strands around the pit, typical of gymnosperm and agiosperm. Number 22. Extracranial fibers in various tissue regions other than the xylem. Number 23. False annual ring, one of more than one growth layers. Number 24. Fascicle, a bundle. 25. Ground mesenchyme, a primary mesenchyme or meristematic tissue derived from the apical mesenchyme and giving rise to ground tissues. Number 26. Ground tissues is tissues other than the vascular tissues that epidermis and the perioderm, also called fundamental tissue. Number 27. Growth increase in size by cell division or an cell enlargement. Number 28. Growth layer, a layer of secondary xylem or secondary phylum produced during a single growth period which may extend to a season, also called growth increment. Number 29. Growth ring, a growth layer of secondary xylem or secondary phylum as seen in transection of stem or root, may be an annual ring or false annual ring. 30. Gun duct, a a duck that contains gum